coming out on a new pack that we're putting out on Deviant Audio. Pack is called OG Jungle. It is compiled by my very good friend and longtime friend, Fringe, who is a jungle producer. We go way back. We've known each other for how long? 1996, 97. So that'll be 25 years. That's crazy. So I'm happy that Fringe has been back at the music for for a long time now. He was the one that helped me get into jungle properly. I didn't know how to sequence an amen break in my early years, and we met through a bulletin board system. For those of you who are too young to know what that is, it is pre-internet. Local internet essentially, and a bulletin board system is usually focused around one certain community, and one me and Fringe joined was called The Club, which was for dance music production and DJ fans. So back then it was hard to meet people with like-minded interests, and through this bulletin board system we were able to connect and meet fellow producers and DJs. So that's really where I got my start. I found Fast Tracker, which is a sequencer, a very rudimentary sequencer, and I started making house music in late 1996, and then I learned about jungle like 6 months later, and then jungle totally took my mind over, and I wanted to learn how to make jungle. And at that time I thought the amen break was made with 909, so I was using like 909 kicks and hi-hats to try to recreate the amen break. And then I was complaining to Fringe. Back then he was known as Rip and Snare. Not sure if he wants anyone to know that, but now you guys know. But Rip and Snare, and I was like, yo, how do you make these breaks? They sound so different. Like, like what the hell? How do you make it sound like that? And he laughed at me. He was like, that's not how you make it. You don't use 909 drums. You need an amen break. I was like, what the hell is an amen break? And he laughed. He's like, oh, you noob. You know nothing about jungle, do you? And then he gave me the history lesson about what an amen break is, and educated me on the music, told me about some producers. I think he was the one that told me about Full Tech. Yeah, and then we started connect and helping each other out. We had a crew back then called Criminal Beats, which also included my friend DJ Fear, who was a sick turntablist, another friend DJ ResQ, and we would DJ shows around Toronto. We would make tunes, we would cut dub plates, and yeah, it was a good time. So that was like in the late 90s. After a while, I kind of did my own thing. Didn't hear from Fringe or Rip and Snare for many years, and then we reconnected probably 12 to 15 years ago, and we pretty much talk every day. He gives a lot of good advice, musically and personally. So he has this pack that's coming out on Deviant Audio. I'm really happy that he was happy to be on board for this project. The pack is called OG Jungle. It's kind of a nod to the old style of jungle and the original sample packs for jungle, hence the name. So if anyone had sample CDs back then, you can see it as similar to something like Jungle Warfare, which is one of the OG jungle packs. But this has like tons of breaks that I've never heard on any other pack. Tons of really sick vocals. Fringe also has a sweet collection of vintage gear, and so he's recorded like a whack load of synth sounds and stabs and pads into this pack. So it really, I do believe it is a complete pack that will allow you to make jungle and even drum and bass. So we have the pack here. Why don't we just have a little sneak peek of what's inside? He sent me the complete pack like a week ago, and I haven't had a chance to like go through it all yet. This is gonna be cool. Let's check it out. So this is the pack, and there's a bass folder, drums folder, there's effects, pads, stabs, synths, textures, layers, and vox. Let's check out some of the bass sounds. Okay. Why don't we start up a new project? Let's just throw some samples together and see what we can do with these samples. It's a nice Reese, very old school sounding. I like that one. I like that dirty thump. I'm not gonna go through every one of them, I just wanna skip through. Let's give this sample pack a test drive. So let's put this on key F since it's labeled F. Let's see what else he has here. I'm excited to check out the drums. Nice, tight. Oh yeah, I'd rather check the RX2s because they're cut up. So every break has been cut up for you. Make it easy to use and slap it into a project. Yo, that's a nice AMEN. I'm gonna mark that 6. I like that. That's sick. We'll drop that in. There's another AMEN break. Oh, I like how crunchy that think break is. That could come in handy, that shaker. I'll just put it in. Even if you don't make 170 BPM music like jungle, drum and bass, I think this pack will come in handy. So there's tons of things you can do. You can work at slower tempos. Like this sounds dope at 140 even. Like that's a cool vibe. Like what if you put an 808 underneath, right? That's pretty sick. Are we doing a 140 BPM jungle tune right now? I'd probably want to tighten some of these hits because we're gonna be layering breaks together. So I'll take these guys. Just like the 8, anything on that's an 8th note, like I'll quantize. I'll keep like the ghost hits like unquantized. Actually, this might sound a bit better later. Sometimes you can just manually just move it and that sounds sick. If you want a tight sound, if you want it loose, that's totally cool. Like back in the day, like breaks were loose. Like they didn't all line up, and that was a vibe. But I don't know. I'm kind of like more the modern style, so I like things lined up. We want that fast music. Remember, 163 BPM. Okay, I'm feeling that. That's sick. Where's that hot pants? Whoa, what the hell is that? Oh, I did something wrong. PRC pots and pans. Which one was that? Oh, okay. Yeah. There you go. Not sure if I want to go in that direction yet, but we have the option with this break. We're laying like 4 breaks together right now. Wow, that AMEN's nasty. So is that one. Fringe, what are you doing to me? Sick. We have too much breaks. Too much. Can you ever have too much breaks? That's a nasty stab. Dot, 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 dot. Oh man, that's sick. That's fun. It's gotta be fun, right? You gotta have fun in the studio. So there's sub bass underneath this stab. We can remove the sub bass so we can rely on our 808, right? That stab is so nice. Big up Fringe. I would say 1995. You could even say it's 1993. Let's check out the other stabs. I want to show you what else is in this pack. That's nice. 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 See, I know some of you sneaky guys will like go back to the stream and sample the stream and see the samples. I'm playing it over the breaks. Also, it's lower quality if you do that. Support the artists. That's a nice one. I think the winner is the one we found earlier though. That, like this one. Oh, we gotta check out that one. Oh, that's old school. That's classic. That's sick. So I think the idea behind this pack is to give you the straight goods, the raw goods, and then you can mess it with it however you like, right? Oh, I can make a track with this. That's where Jungle probably got it from. That's a 6 stab. Oh, I'm on the wrong pattern. I wonder if we can do some like new school stutter style jungle. It's not hitting. This goes. What if we put this here? Why does it work there? What the? When you rely on a stock pattern, then you kind of like, you're stuck with that pattern. Sometimes it's better to just start with a fresh pattern, so you can write a completely new line. Sometimes with amens, you got to feel each hit one by one. Feel the direction until like each hit, you got to feel it out, and then once you feel it, then you move on to the next hit. It's like writing a melody. So it's not so repetitive, we can like add something new here. Oh, I hear some like cool pitching we can do to the snares. We can like go this mode and like what happens if we do this? So I already have some pitching going on, so I'm not going to do a slide there, but let's add another 4 bars. I heard kick snare. It needs a roll at the end here. It's an old school thing. Not everybody's into it. You just gotta listen to more of it, and then eventually you'll like it, I think. Let's add some more sounds. Up. Let's go through OG jungle. Let's see what else we got here. Stats, pads. I mean, there's lots. I don't know if we can get through all of it today. What else is in this pack? Okay.
Champion.
Oh, that's a cool vibe. Okay, let's add a pad, and I think that'll be it for this pack. Just wanted to give you guys a sneak peek. What do you guys think of this pack? Sick drop. Nice. And now we can break into a breakdown after the amens. This is another reason why I like using session view. You can play around with like arrangement ideas without committing here. And I believe what you can do is you can layer, you can like, let's see, so Pad Fantasy, so we were speaking on the phone, and he was telling me about this folder called textures and layers, and the whole concept is that you can take one of these textures and layer it over a pad. Let's try some other layers. I like that. That's cool. That's sick. Sick. Bird sounds, classic for jungle. Immediately, it sounds like a 93 record. Or 95. Water. I hear it coming delayed on the second beat. That's pure old school. Okay, timing doesn't work with this. We probably had to do some time stretching with this one. So these vocals should come right away. So maybe like this. Go back here. Oh, okay. So amens and pads. Okay, so go back here. Oh, tune. That's a tune. That was gross. Okay. All right, so yeah, we just went through a pack that's coming out in 4 to 6 weeks. It's called OG Jungle. It's compiled by my good friend Fringe. Look him up on SoundCloud. He's a jungle producer. He's been around for a long time, man. He's got vaults of like samples, obscure samples and old school samples, things that a junglist would covet. So this is just a sneak peek of what he has, and he's compiled this together. He's been working on this for almost a year, if not more, and it's finally coming out soon. Stay posted on my social media for more info. This is just a sneak peek. We'll definitely be talking more about this pack soon.